Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with the latest version of Taylor's 100 series. The guitar I'm holding is called the 110ce-S, and it's part of 4 new 100 series guitars that have just been introduced. The S in the model number stands for sapele, which is the wood that is being used for the back and sides of these new guitars, which distinguishes them from the standard 100s, which currently use walnut back and sides. Sapele is a wood that Taylor has used on lots of different models for many years. In this case, it's a layered type of sapele rather than solid wood. And it helps to bring the guitar's price down a bit. The guitar I'm holding here has a price of $799, so it's currently the most affordable 100 series guitar, and you get a lot of guitar for that money. So the 100 series has always been a high value line for Taylor. These guitars are made in Taylor's Teja facility, which is just across the border in Mexico from their main El Cajon, California facility. And they are built a lot like higher-end Taylors, use a lot of the same technology in the construction and the design of the guitars, but due to the layered woods and satin finish and some simpler designs all around, the cost of these guitars is significantly lower than the US-made Taylors. On all the new 100s, the sapele back and sides are matched with a solid Sitka spruce top. The guitars have hard rock maple necks, and it's the same NT bolt-on neck that you would find on higher-end Taylor guitars. Fairly simple appointments, but you do get binding on the body and both the top and the back, which distinguishes these guitars a little bit from the Academy series guitars, which don't have binding on the body. You get a black pickguard, a multi-ring black and white rosette, ebony fingerboard and bridge, and this is the Cam ebony that Taylor is sourcing in its own facility in Cameroon. And I should also say a little bit about the sapele on this guitar. Sapele is a wood that also comes from Africa, and it's often compared to mahogany in its tonal qualities. Taylor has used it on layered wood guitars as well as on solid wood guitars. Looks a bit like mahogany, a little bit lighter colored perhaps. Some really nice striping on this particular one. And as is the case with many of Taylor's lower cost guitars, the back of this guitar has a slight arch to it. The wood is pressed into the arch, and that allows them to build the guitar without having back bracing. So that is another way of kind of simplifying the construction of this. Arched backs have been used on guitars for a long time, and they are really just as strong as a flat back with internal bracing. So it's really just a different approach to the construction of these. In terms of other appointments, there are simple fingerboard dots in the guitar and the same kind of nickel tuners that you would find on most other Taylors these days. One really great thing is that these guitars come with the same Taylor ES2 electronics that you find in higher-end guitars. So we have the ES2 pickups, which are mounted behind the saddle, and there's an internal preamp with controls for volume, bass, and treble, and the battery access and the output here in the end block of the guitar. Another thing that distinguishes the 100 guitars from the guitars that are currently made in the California facility is that they continue to use the older style X bracing rather than the V-class bracing. And as in the case of this guitar, it also has the traditional dreadnought style, which now Taylor has basically replaced with the Grand Pacific style for their California-made guitars. So those things result in a somewhat more traditional sound than the sort of more modern voice that you would find in the California-made Taylors at this point. So you heard me strum the guitar in the intro to this video. Of course, the Dreadnought is a great strumming guitar. It's a powerful, loud guitar. Would be great to compete with other instruments. Very rich voice, I think. Also, a lovely fingerstyle guitar. Let me show you a little bit fingerstyle played. I'm in drop D tuning now with this. So lovely fingerstyle sound as well. These 100s have a slightly narrower nut width than some other Taylors. It's 1/11/16. So if you have smaller hands, that may be a factor for you for easier playability on that. But it's not a huge difference in terms of the feel of this and some of the standard Taylors with the 1 3/4" neck. So I think I'll go out and show you what the guitar sounds like plugged into my Fishman Loudbox Mini Charge amplifier here. If you've been in the market for a affordable Taylor that has a lot of the features that you would find in higher end models, this is definitely worth checking out. For $799, getting a guitar with the ES2 electronics and a lot of the feel and the craftsmanship and the playability that you expect from Taylor, that kind of a price is really quite remarkable. And I think the sapele and spruce combination sounds great. As I mentioned, there's this Dreadnought version, there's a Grand Concert and then Grand Auditorium, as well as the GS Mini as well. So I recommend you check them out. I'll go out and show you what the guitar sounds like plugged into the amp. My name is Teja Gerken. Hope you come back here to Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos. If you're seeing this on YouTube, come on over to pegheadnation.com. Check out all of our lessons for many of the roots music instruments, not just guitars, as well as our gear demos. So we'll see you soon. Thank you.